In this video, I'll show you how to make this Deadpool sword. The supplies for this build are going to be a yardstick, some electrical tape, some aluminum tape, some EVA foam, like this floor mat, some black spray paint, and either cardboard, foam board. Those two would work, but I'm using this kind of like hard stock. I use 2 layers of this for making the guard of the sword. For this project, the first thing you want to do is you're going to take your yardstick, and for the tip of the sword you're going to find out how far you want the angle to be from. I'm going to do mine right here at about 35 inches. So I'll make a little mark right there, around 35, and then I'll take a ruler or any kind of straight edge and line up this corner with the mark you just made there. And then once you line those up, you can draw a straight line across that, and then you'll have a blue line, or whatever color you're using, obviously, line right across. So once you have that line drawn out, you're going to take a hacksaw, or any kind of saw really, anything you can cut this with, and you're going to cut off this corner of the yardstick. Once you cut your yardstick, it should look something like this, but also once you cut it, you're going to want to take either a sanding block or some kind of sandpaper and just sand all the rough edges off. And also, you don't want this to be pointy because you want to be able to use this, well, me at least, I'm going to be using this for a practice sword, so you can sand the tips down so they're not sharp, they're just kind of rounded. The next thing you want to do is take your yardstick and set it down on your foam, and take a pen or Sharpie and trace the outline of the yardstick and make sure to make a mark here. So then you can draw a line all the way across there and there. And then what you will do is you'll take an X-Acto blade or a utility knife like this one, and you will cut out your shapes, and you'll need 2 of these. So once you get them cut out, you'll have 2 shapes like this. So I'm going to take this aluminum tape and just coat the whole thing in that. Do 1 strip on one side and then 1 strip on the other. So once you put on your tape, you can use a ruler or any straight edge to try to buff out all the wrinkles in the tape and stuff. And then the next part to do is glue your foam pieces onto your handle, 1 on that side and 1 on that side like that. Once you glue the pieces of foam onto the yardstick for the handle, you can use a Dremel sanding paper and a sanding block to shape the handle to the feel and shape that you want it. So once you finish dremeling the shape of your handle, it should look something like this, or the shape you want it so it's comfortable in your hands. Then you're going to draw out the guard that you want for your sword. Once you get your guard done, you can go and paint it. I'm going to paint mine black. While we let the paint dry on the guard, we can take some black electrical tape and wrap the handle. So once you get your guard finished and painted, it should look something like this. And then you can just take the front of your sword and slide it right on to the front of it, slide it all the way down to the handle, and then you can set it up a bit. Take some glue and then glue in there, and then push it down and glue it in place. Here is the finished Deadpool sword. Thank you guys for watching this video on how to make a Deadpool sword. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them down in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.